Hello, my name is Ben Alexander and I have autism, and I am 5 months unemployed currently, and I just wanted to come on here and say, you know, I'm still unemployed, but I'm trying to work through things, and I did a little bit things differently this month than the previous month, and I appreciate the support I got from the 4 months. I almost have 100 views, which is one of the best videos I've ever done on this channel. So I thank you guys for supporting that video. And this is month 5 of being unemployed, and I'm going to deliver the same value as that one. And what's it like being 5 months unemployed? It's an interesting experience. It really is. I did go to a job fair yesterday. So Union County, they have the Ohio Means Jobs. It's the Union County building. Like, there's a bunch of different businesses, like getting your driver's license. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in that building. So yeah, I think, it is what it is. I went to job fair and got lots of different opportunities. Actually, let me get you something real quick. This is kind of my bag that I got. I got a bunch of stuff, and then I got another bag from another company. So yeah, that was kind of my haul from the fair yesterday. So, job fair. So yeah, as you could see, I had a lot of papers and a lot of applications in the white bag. There's a lot of job applications there. There's a lot I can do, and I just need to figure out and take one step at a time. The good news is that I still have around $2,000 left to collect of unemployment. And, maybe there's a thought, it's like, maybe, and this is kind of what I'm thinking, there's been a lot of stuff I've been thinking about trying to do. But I'm like, well, if I have 2 months, I'm getting $300 a week. It's like, why not give it the last chance to find a media job, to find a travel agent job. And by the way, I got it confirmed today. I do have an interview for another job Tuesday at 12:30. And the funny thing is, it's a company in Marysville. They're a part of Green Pastures community, the Green Pastures community, Marysville, which is a housing community. So I'm pretty excited to get an interview with the company, and I'm gonna have an interview. And actually, the company reached out to me on Indeed. They're like, hey, we saw your resume, and we're interested. And clearly, they were interested enough to interview me, and I told them I was interested in the position because it does have a little bit of digital content creation and all that stuff. And you could tell that they did look at the resume, because they were like, we see your experience as a student writer, we see your experience at college, and they're giving me a shot to interview, and I'm pretty excited. And I think it's a part-time job. And if you don't know, I have a travel agency. I could still continue to do the travel agency on the side, and that will be very huge and very important. That's going to be pretty nice. Yeah, it's going to be a big deal. I'm excited for this opportunity. I hope that this opportunity works out, and I hope that I can land this job. I mean, it'd be huge for me, because then it's like, I'm going to have some opportunity to make some cash. After unemployment. And if I do get this job, like, obviously at that point, it's like, I found what I was looking for. I found a media job. I'm very excited it uses my degree. It uses that stuff. So having an interview on Tuesday for that I'm pretty excited about it. I just got it confirmed today. I was like, this is exciting. This is really, really exciting, and I'm ecstatic by it. Very ecstatic by it. The next thing is being 5 months unemployed. I mean, actually, month 4, month 5, like I'm starting to get more and more interviews for positions. Because I mean, there was a while, probably months 2 and 3. Like I applied for a lot of jobs and didn't get any interviews. And all of a sudden, lately, there's been interview after interview after interview after opportunity after opportunity. I mean, there might actually be a chance for the company I'm interviewing on Tuesday. And again, I'm going to interview well. I'm going to be confident. But at the end of the day, I just got to bring my A game and impress the company. And yeah, I'm very excited about that and the opportunity to be able to get back on the employed market again, even though I thought it was on the unemployed market in last month with Hero Solutions. And I put that story, I'll put it on the Unemployed playlist. That was a crazy story. I was pretty unbelievable. And if you're returning, you know exactly what my story is. And yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, but sometimes in life, things don't go the way you think. And that's probably the biggest lesson that I can learn. It's like, I didn't think I'd ever get fired from Motion Industries, which was my previous job. That's why I'm unemployed. I didn't think I'd get fired from the job. It was the last thing I ever expected is to get fired. Like I said, I was going from Walmart, which was like 17 something an hour. I'll just say 17 an hour to 19.50 an hour at Motion, thinking, oh, you know what, this is a good upgrade. It's going to get me more money. Thank God, we're going to have more money. Turns out, 2 months they fired me. It's like, I didn't see that coming at all. I really didn't see myself I couldn't envision myself getting fired from Motion. Like, I didn't think I was doing that bad of a job, but I mean, sure, there are things I could have done that could have made things a little bit better, but like I said, I mean, I felt like I worked. It's not like I did nothing, but it is what it is. It just, they were looking for somebody that didn't make mistakes, and unfortunately being new to the industry, it's like that was pretty much unavoidable. It's like, it just turns out that it wasn't what I thought and what they were looking for, and it's like they just fired you. I mean, that's what happens. But again, you live and learn. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what else to tell you right now. I mean, I'm just trying to come up with a plan. I want to work on my travel agency too. I just got off a meeting with my travel coach for the Careers on Vacation. I did graduate that program last week, and then I took an exam, so I'm officially done with Careers on Vacation, at least the program. I'm officially certified, which is a blessing. I'm very happy that I was able to graduate. That's important. I got credentials on my Ben A Travels social media. I built a social media for that as well. Yeah, like I said, I'm still seeing if that's going to work. And, we had a great meeting. We had a couple ideas. And I think the biggest thing that is the biggest struggle, and she even mentioned it too, is like, finding your first client is a great idea. But building a travel agency that specializes in food allergies and autism, and yeah, I mean, she focused on the food allergy and autism because it's extremely underserved. So it's like, and I just got to figure out a marketing, and it's kind of the same way with this channel. And again, like I said, I guess I'm not marketing this channel too hard. I'm letting the algorithm do that for me. Again, someday, if things get popular enough for my channel, I'm probably going to consider adding Ben Has Autism socials. I just have this YouTube channel. This is the only place on the internet you can really find me, is on YouTube that talks the Ben Has Autism brand. So I just come on here and talk about my autism diagnosis and try to talk about the autism issues. And I got the mystery series coming up. By the way, the deadline is coming very fast. Today is March 20th, and April 1st is Tuesday. It's in less than 2 weeks now for the 1,000 subscribers. If I got 1,000 subscribers by April 1st, I'd reveal the mystery series early. But but if not, I'm just going to wait a couple weeks to reveal the mystery series for you. I mean, I'm pretty excited about the mystery series, even though it's a mystery series for a reason, but I think that has potential, and continue to say subscribe so you can find out what the mystery series is. Share it with your friends, turn on YouTube notifications, all that stuff, so you can know what that is. But yeah, I'm excited to try that out. Like I said, I have a bunch of business ideas, and I've come up with ideas. It's like, I might be interested in this, I might be interested in that. So one of the booths we went for yesterday was, there was a trucking school, becoming a truck driver. It's like, I don't know much about truck driving, so I'm kind of researched it a little bit. And if you are a truck driver, please let me know if this is something I should pursue or not. Because I'm thinking, well, it'd give me a job, it would give me some money. But if it doesn't really pay well and the school's expensive, and because I heard that you have to buy your own cab or whatever, like your own part of the truck. I think it's kind of a risk in a way, and my mom was vehemently against me doing it, which I'm kind of looking more into the industry, and it's like, now it's like, that's kind of a worst comes to worst case scenario plan. But I am going to say, I think getting the interview with the company it's a housing company that needs somebody on social media to post stuff. Like I said, it seems like it's a good job. Yeah, I'm pretty excited and it's in Marysville too. It's not that far from my house. It's right next to my favorite, or pretty much right next to my favorite Chinese restaurant, Stir Fresh. It's a place in Marysville, Ohio. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, it's definitely very exciting to have the opportunity, and at least having the opportunity's made it more clear. And it's like, yeah, I think I thought about it for a little bit, because the trucking school, it's like, they pay, I have autism and all that stuff, and they'll have me jobs. It's like they might give you grants to pay for it. And then now I'm kind of thinking, what, let's see how this interview with Connolly Company goes, which is the company. So yeah, it's pretty exciting to see what's next, and we'll see if I get a job. We'll see if there's an opportunity there, and we'll see if they offer me a job. Let's see if I interview well. And again, I got to focus on asking the right questions and making sure it's a good fit for me and them. Because they're interviewing me, of course, but you're also interviewing them to see if this is somebody you'd want to work for. And yeah, just to make sure that we both have a good fit. And it is what it is. We'll just try our best, give it 100% effort, and let bygones be bygones, I guess. Yeah. I think that's it for this video. I really appreciate you sticking to the end of this video. Yeah, and like I said, I'll let you know if I get the job or not. I'll do exactly what I did with Hero Solutions, where it's like, I finally have a job, and I'll definitely, once I get into the job and feel like it's a secure place, it'd be like, all right, we're good to go, everything's awesome. So yeah. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of my video, and I'll see you in the next one.